Hi guys, welcome back to Irene Tarot Card. I'm Ren and I hope you're having a great week. I've had a good couple of weeks. This week I worked on this small little 1 hour challenge painting that I challenged myself with, that I painted in 4 15-minute increments, squeezed in between many things that I've had going on. So I'll show you the process of this painting. As far as other things that I've had on, I went on a shopping spree with my mum and my sister in Melbourne for Christmas shopping, and added to a couple other shopping days that I've had. That's me basically gift buying for this year, thank goodness. I also visited my girlfriend Jo out on her farm, and her animals and her horses, and her husky just had puppies, which is super adorable. I also had lots of friend catch-ups which I didn't film. However, I did film a library visit that I had and a solo coffee day, so you'll see that later in the vlog. I had some Crohn's appointments, which is the usual, which everything's sort of the same with that. And in my downtime, Jazz and I have been binging Sister Wives. We end up binging various shows. We're waiting for Real Housewives of Beverly Hills to be fully out this season. That's the only Real Housewives show we watch, but we love the Beverly Hills one. So in the meantime, we're binging Sister Wives, and Jay and I have been watching some shows based on books, some series, just thrillers and mysteries and things like that. Some books that I've read by Harlan Coben, for instance, which are absolutely fantastic. We also had our very dated Venetian blinds and curtains replaced by some privacy screens and some blockout blinds, which is good. And I've got lots and lots of wrapping done, so that's me nearly ready for Christmas now. As far as food, this week we've had Asian, Indian, Mexican, you name it, but I thought I'd include in the vlog a Hungarian recipe for egg stuffed meatloaf, which is melt in the mouth soft. It's absolutely delicious, so I thought I'd include that this week. And we didn't do much nature related with the weather we've been having. We've had some pretty gloomy and rainy days, and yeah, so I haven't really been out in nature as much as I would have liked. Very gloomy outside. But let's kick off this challenge piece that I did with the first 15-minute increments that I worked on, which was the background and just the trees in the distance. I thought I'd still break it up into increments because that way each layer would dry before I add the next layer, which is what I really like to do. If you've watched some of my videos, you know that already. So even though it was going to be an hour's worth of painting, I still broke it up into small increments, and the first one was, yeah, less than 15 minutes basically. So my mum and sister and I headed out to Chadstone, a huge shopping complex in Melbourne, to do some Christmas shopping and work out who's giving what to who, because in my family everyone gives everyone presents. So that was good. We worked out what presents to buy for everyone and bought a bunch of stuff, and yeah, besides a couple other shopping days that I've had, that's yeah, me basically ready for Christmas now with gift buying. Ja. Én is pont azon izélek.
Na, akkor gyere ide, anyu.
Ja.
Oh my god, de még mindig vagy. Le akarsz ülni valahol?
Én WC-re mennék megint.
Then on the painting I laid in the second layer of trees to go on. Just super simple. That was less than 15 minutes as well. And also this week I popped out to Jo, my girlfriend's house, for a visit, and had a visit with her horses, her puppies, which are absolutely adorable, had lots and lots of puppy cuddles, and it's always fantastic catching up with Jo.
Oh, puppy dogs are excited.
Go to the end room and I'll show you the puppies.
Yeah.
Get out! Get out! You guys, leave her alone.
She's a good girl.
And here's Billy Jr.
Yeah, exactly like him, isn't he?
Yeah,
Is it a he?
yeah.
Yep. Oh, you're beautiful. Hello. Hello.
And there's Panda.
Don't
Jr.
worry, Foxy, we won't hurt him.
Oh, there's Panda. Come here, Billy.
No
Come here. Come on inside. Billy. Come here.
Here it comes.
Come here, Bubba. Come on, Bubba. Come here, baby.
You want kisses too? You want kisses too? Hey? You want kisses too? Yes.
You can feel it in the middle part of the neck there. That's, see, that's what banjo is there. See that part there? So yeah, the middle part. So from that part there to this part, so if you can't squeeze it.
Look at you. You off next week, hey?
It's that day, eh?
Aww.
You're trying to give it a ball to her, eh?
You're trying to give it to me? You're trying to give it to me? Look, you're on film. You're going to bite me? Good boy.
Watch it.
Good boy. Good
Push his
boy.
nose down. Push his nose down. Push his nose down.
No.
Then we headed out to lunch together, and I came back home to add yet another layer of trees to the piece, which was super simple. Then midweek it was like a super rainy day. It was really gloomy. I just got a bunch of mundane stuff done at home, and I wanted to head to the library to do some nature research because they've got so many great books on trees and various nature things. So I headed to the library and then I went to a cafe, had a solo little coffee date.
Oh, this weather is insane. I just got drenched. Oh, thunder and lightning. The lights were out in the shops. Okay.
Unfortunately, it's a bit like who is the lady in what you're trying to do, what is But that's right, that's why I'm trying my best to catch up.
Then on the painting it was time to add the light streaming in through the trees and the trees that would go in front of the light, which was about a 15-minute session. Still pretty simple, but that's something I probably would have liked to have worked on a little bit more if I wasn't doing it in an hour. But yeah, just a super simple piece that'll just probably sit in the studio anyway, so didn't fuss about it much, just yeah, got on with it and did as much as I could in 15 minutes. As far as food, the meatloaf that I'm including might not sound very appetizing because meatloaf, like blah, but Hungarian meatloaf is so soft and it just melts in your mouth. It's so delicious with the paprika and the garlic and the onion added into the meat. So highly recommend you give it a go. We stuff it with eggs and serve it with parsley potatoes traditionally. And then sometimes we saute some pickled cabbage, or we saute red cabbage with vinegar and sugar. We just ended up having it with pickles. A lot of Hungarians eat a lot of their dishes with pickled veggies. So that's just what we did, and we thoroughly enjoyed that as per usual. So first thing you want to do is chop some onions so that we can saute that for the meat, and eggs on the boil. And we'll saute our onion just until they soften. Then for the meat, you're going to want to soak a couple pieces of bread in a little bit of water. That's going to bind it and add some moisture also. We're going to need a couple cloves of crushed garlic. I'm using a half a kilo of pork mince, which even though I'm cooking for 2 people, there'll be leftovers, but it's great in a sandwich the next day. Into that we'll go with some paprika, salt and pepper, super simple but delicious. And then for the parsley potatoes, obviously you'll need potatoes and parsley, some butter, some salt and pepper, and we're going to let that steam. So pop your mince into a bowl, and to that we want to add lots of salt. Decent amount of cracked pepper. About a heaped soup spoon of paprika, so quite a lot. Your 2 big cloves of crushed garlic. Your softened onions go in. And then with your bread, you want to squeeze out any excess liquid. So just give it a good squeeze and break it up, and in it goes. And then you want to combine that really well. Work all the flavours together. Just like that, nicely combined. Alright, so we've got our meat and our eggs, and we've got a ceramic baking dish. We're going to take about 1/3 of the mince and put a little bit of oil in the base of your baking dish, and we're going to spread our meat out like so. And we're going to go in with our eggs. I'm using 5 eggs for 500 grams of mince. Laid in the center like so. And then you just get little handfuls of meat, make little patties in your hand and layer them over the egg, covering it completely. Make it into a nice loaf shape, and then get a little bit of that oil from the bottom and rub it all over the top. And then we go into a preheated oven of 200 degrees for 30 to 45 minutes depending on your oven, but it's closer to 45. You'll see it's nice and golden, and yeah, it'll be ready to go. So I've finally chopped a small bunch of parsley, and the amount of potatoes you want, I'm just doing 1 large potato per person, or 1 medium and 1 small per person today, into little wedges. I just quarter the potato and then I slice it into 1/2 centimetre little wedges. And then pop your pot on the stove, and we're going to go in with a little bit of oil, and then with our knob of butter, melt that down a little bit. Then we want to go in with our parsley and saute that for a couple minutes. And then finally in with our potatoes. Give it a good stir. Then go in with a generous amount of salt. A little bit of salt on every bit of potato. And some black pepper. And then give it a good stir. Lower the heat to low, and then lid on. And we want to stir that every few minutes or so, just so it doesn't stick. It helps having a really good non-stick pan. I just got this one from Teresa for Christmas, so thanks Teresa. But we'll pop the lid on and just on a medium to low heat. It'll take about 15 to 20 minutes, really low, really slow. And you just keep stirring it every few minutes and we'll be done. And once it's golden brown, it's ready to go. And I like to cut it into about 1.5 centimeter slices, like so. On with the meat. And we traditionally add various pickles. And enjoy. And then finally this morning I spent the last couple minutes that was left out of the hour just touching up the light reflections in the painting, just to sort of bring the trees to the forefront a little bit more. Just super simple, just a few minutes and the painting was done. It worked well having the challenge this week as far as painting, because I didn't have a lot of time to paint. So yeah, just a fun piece that will just sit in here most likely, and that's that for this week's painting. I also had to edge and sign my sister's Christmas painting so that I can take that to family Christmas to give to her. And the recipient of the Heart of the Rainforest piece that I painted, which I said I was painting for somebody, absolutely loved the painting, which is great. That's always good. So that went, and then I edged my sister's, and that can go to her for Christmas. As far as the holidays, I've already exchanged some gifts with some friends, and it's really nice to see everyone in the Christmas spirit. And now for actual Christmas coming up, we have 2 family gatherings, so that'll be lovely. And Jay's got 3 weeks off work for the holiday season, so hopefully we'll actually get out and do some things in nature, and I've also got something else planned. And yeah, that'll be basically it. And then Jazz will have a week off after Jay goes back. It'll be New Year's and my birthday, 3 days within each other. So yeah, we'll probably have a little bit on in the next couple weeks. And I hope to work on a little bit more of a complex painting to share with you next time. I hope that you have a very Merry Christmas, whatever you're doing for Christmas, and that you have some time off, hopefully over the holidays, and you thoroughly enjoy the holiday season. And thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you again next time. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, if I don't put a video up before New Year's, even though I am planning to. But yeah, enjoy the holidays, and yeah, hope to see you next time. Thanks guys. Bye.